So it seems a lot of people are confused as to how Conquest was able to get choked to death in just a few minutes. Because Conquest is able to hold his breath in space for hours and fight, so how does this make any sense? It's simple, it's because Conquest is freaking to have another man choke him just released all of his oxygen. But on a real note, being choked and holding your breath are two separate things. When someone holds their breath, their body still supplies their brain with oxygen with the stored up oxygen in their body. Meanwhile, when someone's getting choked and blocking their corroded arteries, it supplies no oxygen to the brain. Let me give you guys a real life example. If you're in the pool and you hold your breath underwater, the average person can usually last around 30 seconds. Now, if you ever watch the UFC fight and see someone get put under a rear naked choke, they usually immediately tap after 5 seconds, and if not, they usually pass out around 15 seconds. That's a big difference from some oxygen to the brain to no oxygen to the brain. Conquest isn't human and he can hold his breath for hours long. If you recall the scene where Conquest was about to dunk on Oliver, when Invincible tackled him to the ground, he knocked the wind out of him. He showed this in the comics where Mark knew that Conquest was gonna excel when he got to the planet. And right after he did, he knocked the wind out of him and tackled him to the ground. Put that in perspective, let's use the same example of holding your breath underwater. Usually when you go underwater, you inhale and fill your lungs up with as much oxygen as you can. Now imagine you exhale and breathe out, then go underwater. You probably won't last long since you just released all the oxygen in your lungs. The same thing happened to Conquest when he got the wind knocked out of him. Don't forget, Conquest was able to survive 7 minutes with no oxygen to the brain. That's also with the wind knocked out of him. So for him to survive this long and put up this much of a fight is impressive.